We have the master's hat on because I'm a champion. We're here talking about my addiction, my superpower. We are now on step 10, chapter 10, the pandemic and Mitch motivates. The pandemic and Mitch motivates. Let me just tell you the story of how I started Mitch Motivates. I only had an Instagram account for my dog, Mazel Doodle, and I would do these workout classes and start tagging other people that were doing the classes with me, and they were like, "Who's this dog?" And I was like, "It's me, that's my dog, Mazel Doodle." So anyway, I had an idea. I needed my own account, and I had an idea because I'm such a positive and motivational person with the way I live my life that Mitch motivates. It sounds good. It slips off the tongue. Fast forward, I combined my experience with working in recovery and addiction services with my motivation, and we got Mitch Motivates. So I was doing recovery work, sober coaching, transports, companioning, interventions, family support, case management, and I was offering that based off my experience working in the field for over 10 years, and at that point being in recovery over a decade. So I had a lot of experience to help people, and I opened Mitch Motivates, and people would hire me to help with them, with a loved one. People who own their own recovery businesses would contract me to work for their clients, and that's how Mitch Motivates came about. And for me, the pandemic was a great opportunity to work because, yes, COVID-19 happened, and yes, we were in the middle of a pandemic, but that doesn't mean that people still didn't struggle with addiction and mental health and needed help. So Mitch Motivates was a much needed and much welcomed job opportunity and service during the pandemic. And that's what chapter 10, Mitch Motivates and the pandemic, is about, that the world closed down and I was just starting my business of Mitch Motivates. And I feel like it's an inspirational story. And at the end of it, I quoted one of my favorite quotes, is that they didn't put a man on the moon working 9 to 5. If you want to be successful, from my experience, and I was successful starting the business Mitch Motivates, you have to think outside the box. You have to look, you can't work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and think that you even have a chance of being successful. I didn't have that mentality, and I viewed the pandemic as, now is my time to shine. People are scared to leave their house. So not only are those people scared to leave their house, they're struggling with addiction and mental health and all different types of recovery. And I looked at the pandemic, especially early on, as a calling. Now is my time to shine. And I stepped up to the plate, and I started Mitch Motivates, and I was available, and I was able to help people. If you're interested in learning more about how I did that, please read my book, My Addiction, My Superpower. You could find it on Amazon and on my website, mitchmotivates.com. And stay tuned as we continue to explore the book chapter by chapter, My Addiction, My Superpower. This was step 10, Mitch Motivates and the pandemic.